Hi friends, and welcome to Rebranding Autism. My name's Jennifer, and today I'm going to talk to you about friendships. So I'm not going to lie, it's been a bit of a rough week. I've been having some medical problems, and even though I'm not here to talk about that, it did kind of affect how I was feeling. So I think this time of year is kind of crazy for everybody because of Christmas and different activities. Sometimes you have a lot of extra things going on. And it's just a lot of more expectations. So I think it's kind of a high stress for a lot of people this time of year. And so it's been no different for me. I'm the type of person who likes to go. I like to be part of things with my friends. I like to make videos and make sure I upload every week and get everything done that I put on myself. And even though I enjoy those things, sometimes they can start to weigh on you. So this past Sunday, I kind of just had like a little bit of a breakdown, and I was crying and I didn't know why, and it was just really hard. I even had to leave church early. I couldn't finish playing the keys for worship time, and I felt really bad because I left my team without a keyboard player. But I just couldn't stop crying, and I couldn't go up there in front of everybody crying, so I had to go home. All I wanted to do was hug Lemonade. Like, that's all that was in my mind, was hugging my dog. So I went home, hugged Lemonade, and things just started to get hard from there. On Tuesday, I actually was very excited because I had plans to go to try out for America's Got Talent in Miami. And I was super excited about this. I knew it was a long trip, but I had it in my mind that I was going to go to Miami, which is about 4 hours away from where I live, audition for America's Got Talent, and then drive back to where I live by 6 o'clock p.m. and do Christmas rehearsal with my worship team. Jennifer, get it together. This did not work at all as planned. And I ended up going to America's Got Talent and quickly realized after a few hours of waiting that I was not going to get out of there anytime soon. So I had to call my worship leader and tell him that I don't think I was going to make it. And he was like, don't even bother trying to come. Don't even bother rushing to come. Just don't even bother trying to come in. I felt really bad inside. He didn't sound mad, but he was just like very factual about it. Just like, well, just don't bother trying to come tonight. And I didn't know how to take that because I'm not very good at reading voices or expressions sometimes. So in my mind, I'm like, he hates me. He's probably cutting me out of the Christmas production, and he's probably never going to let me play keys again, and no one's going to be my friend. Those were the 4 things in my mind because I was absolutely certain of that. So I was just bawling at America's Got Talent in the holding room. I'm crying. And like the producers are walking around, and I don't want to be that girl that's crying. So I was trying to wipe my eyes and stuff. So after that conversation, I kind of lost all my energy for auditioning, and I was so mad at myself for letting my team, and they're my friends. So I was mad for letting them down. And I was so upset with myself. So I went into the audition room, and first of all, they called me up first, which is always not the best position to be called up in. And then when I went to get up there, my guitar was out of tune. She had already started my 90 seconds, so I had to like start over, and it didn't go well, guys. This was definitely my worst audition. Out of 4 auditions, this was my worst one. So after that, I just lost it because I knew that not only had I spent all day here and then messed up my audition, but I let my friends down, and for what? Just to come here and mess everything up anyways? I was feeling low. And then we had a 4-hour drive back home, so it's not like I could even hug Lemonade or get in my bed. I had to sit in the car with nothing to do but think about how much I let my friends down and myself down. So I was having a very rough time. I ended up texting all my friends and talking to them a bit. And in my mind, I think that if I let my friends down, or I'm always worried about my friends not wanting to be my friends if I don't have something to offer them. This is my biggest fear of being on the worship team, because the worship team in church is also all my best friends. And I feel like if for some reason my hands fell off one day or something, God forbid, that I wouldn't be useful to them and they wouldn't want to be my friend anymore, because I wouldn't be able to perform the function which made me become friends with them. Because it was my ability to play the piano that got me on the worship team, and then we became friends. You see what I'm saying? So in my mind, it's all linked together. My piano playing is what makes us friends. But when I finally expressed myself to one of my friends, and he said, we're friends with you because of you, not because of what you can do. Like, a lot of times if someone's your true friend, they're friends because of you, because of your heart and your spirit and your soul. Not because of what they can get out of you or what you can do for them. But this is very hard for me to get through my brain. Even though I'm telling it to you, and it makes a lot of sense. And the reason why I know it makes sense is because that's how I feel about my friends. I have to reverse it in order to understand. Like, I like my friends not because sometimes they'll bring me a candy bar. I like my friends and love my friends because I like their hearts and their spirit and their souls. So why wouldn't people think the same way about me? But I have trouble understanding that. I feel like everybody wants to be my friend maybe just because of what I can do for them. And that's not a good way to think, because it's just not true for most situations. Of course, there are going to be people in life who take advantage of you or try to take advantage of you because of what you can do for them. And they might pretend to be your friend because of what you can do for them. So it is hard sometimes to understand. I think especially sometimes when you have autism or something, it gets hard because sometimes it can be confusing. I know for me, it's hard sometimes. I don't know if people are joking or not, or like they'll say something and their face is serious, so I think they're angry. But they might just be being matter of fact and stating a fact. But I think they're angry just because they're not like Joker smiling, you know? It's like if you're not like absolutely like, even if you text me and don't put a smile emoji, I think you're mad at me. I mean, I don't know what's going through my brain sometimes, but talking about it helps. Talking about it to you guys helps, and to my friends. So if I learned anything from this week, it's definitely to slow down when you're feeling upset about something. If you think your friends are mad at you or they're not your friends, just slow your roll for a minute. It's okay to cry and get it out, but then it's good to talk to someone you trust and tell them exactly how you're feeling, because a lot of times someone on the outside of the situation can make it make sense for you, because your brain can lie to you. Your brain really can lie to you a lot, and the way you think about yourself can affect the way you think other people think about you. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. So I wanted to share that with you guys today. It can still be hard though. It's not perfect for me either. And I will still worry about losing my friends all the time. Another thing I get worried about is sometimes, since I have a group of friends, like 2 or 3 or 4 of them will do something together and they didn't invite me. And I get really hurt inside when I realize that. But I finally talked to my friends about it, and they say, sometimes we just do things not because we don't want to invite you, or like, oh, don't tell Jen we're doing this thing, and go do it. They just did it. And then they point out that sometimes I do things with some of my friends, but not other of my friends. And I'm not thinking in my mind, oh, I don't want them to be here or not invite them. It's just that we did that thing together. But this is very hard for me to get through my brain and through my heart, because I'm just constantly thinking that I wasn't invited and they left me out. Also, my life is different from theirs, and that makes me worry extra. Because, you know, I'm a grown adult, and most everybody else my age is married and has kids or something, and I don't. And my life is just, it's a different life. And so sometimes I do feel really left out because I just have a different life, and that's not something I can change. But I'm happy with my life, and I'm blessed with my life, and I'm happy with what God gave me and exactly who He made me to be, you know? Sometimes it is hard, and everybody's going to have a hard time sometimes, and that's okay. Not everything has to be always fair or even or equal. Different circumstances can be good, and it can be okay. Doesn't mean you're any less than or less important. And I have to remember that too, you guys. But I wanted to tell you that because in talking to some of my friends, I found that I think a lot of people feel the way I do or think these things in their mind. So I just wanted to share that with you. Alright, this is Rebranding Autism, and watch the next video, it'll be worth it. I always promise. Okay, bye.